camera's acting weird. Maybe it's because there's some kind of weird total eclipse going on that we can't see because it's raining. It's actually raining right now. Missed out on the eclipse. Can't see it with the clouds. But I'm also out here because I wanted to show what I felt my top 5 lures were for creek fishing. It's a very small creek here. It's not very deep, but there's fish in it. Now this is just my opinion on what I think the top 5 lures are. There's going to be other people out there who say there's other things that are completely different that are even better. But as far as everything that I've used, these are the top 5 lures that work on these small creeks. So number 5, starting off with the Warden's Rooster Tail. You can't go wrong with just a plain white one. If you're going after white bass or crappie, nothing really beats this lure, except maybe live bait. This is the #1 bait for white bass. The reason this is so low on the list at number 5 is because of the shape of it. It's going to move through the water like that, and it's got a treble hook, and it's like it's just designed to snag the bottom or branches or everything. So as far as creek fishing goes, it's not #1 because you will get snagged, you will lose it. It's better for bigger, deeper rivers, maybe some ponds or lakes, stuff where you're not going to get snagged all that much. And the Warden's is the Yakima Warden's version is the best one out there. Martin makes a good one, I think. Not Martin. There's another top brand out there that's pretty good. I can't think of the name off the top of my head right now. Ozark Trail makes one. It catches fish, but it doesn't work very well. The spinner doesn't spin freely on most of those, and you end up just getting a lot of line twist. The Warden's one seems to be the absolute best quality one out there, and it's pretty cheap. So let's see if we can catch a fish on it. Just like that. Nice little bluegill. I was actually expecting a green sunfish, considering where I'm at, but this little guy wanted it. And yeah, these baits, you're going to catch a lot of these smaller fish. If you're not looking for big bass and you're looking for numbers, these little baits are the way to go. Alright, number 4 is going to be this little crankbait right here, out of the Rebel Lures packs. If you can find it by itself, it's cheaper. If not, you get the 5-pack of other lures for about $15, $15. It's a great crankbait. It's nice, small profile. It's perfect for creeks. You can use it in bigger water and stuff too, but it doesn't dive very deep, but it's perfect for little creeks like what I'm doing. And smaller profiles around in these creeks tend to catch more fish. Quality of the fish might not be that great, but you're going to catch more of them. And this crankbait will catch everything. Now we're going to see if there's anything out there that wants the crankbait. Like that. It's that quick catching fish out of these creeks with these baits. It's hooked pretty good. Might need to get my pliers out for him. There you go. That's a green sunfish. They've got a mouth like a bass, but they're even more aggressive. So these baits are great. Number 3, that is the Rebel Crick Hopper. If you can find them by themselves, they're not too expensive, but they also come in that same 4-pack. I got a yellow one I was using in there, but it got kind of beat up, so I had to switch up to the Fire Tiger. They come in the same 4-pack with that crankbait I was just talking about. It is even more effective, but it's a topwater bait. You move it real slow, a lot of movement. It doesn't really even need to move very much, and it will just go side to side like crazy, and the fish will just aggressively try to destroy it. Now, the reason this isn't higher on the list is because I'm a bass fisherman, and if you're trying to catch bass, it will catch bass, but the bass are going to have to outcompete all the smaller fish. You're going to catch more panfish on it. Bluegill, green sunfish, stuff like that. Otherwise, it would be higher on the list.
We're fishing from here?
Not from up here, but we're going to go down there on the bank over here and fish. Try to throw it along the bank over there, under the tree. There's a big fish hanging out over there somewhere. Oh! Did you? I got him! It's not the big one though, but reel yours in, reel yours in. There you go. This is a long-eared sunfish. It's not the big one I was seeing swirling around over there, but here we go. Number 2 on my list is something that I fish with everywhere I go, not just creeks, and that is a 2-inch swim bait, paddle tail swim bait. This one's just on a 1/16 ounce jig head. You can go upsize a little bit to like a 3-inch with a 1/8 jig head. That's pretty effective too, but like I said before, smaller profiles tend to work better in the areas where I fish. So a 2-inch on a 1/16 is just perfect. And this is one of the most effective baits, period, that I've ever used. Not just in creeks, just everywhere I go. But here in the creek, it's just deadly, and it will catch everything, but the bass can't resist it either. So this is number 2. Right now I'm running with the 2-tone laminated. It's white on top, clear on the bottom. There's a lot of different brands out there. This one is from Runkle. Kitech is probably the most popular brand. I don't think they make one this small. I think Guggen Squad started making one this small, the Saucy Swimmer, and then there's a bigger one, and then they've got a smaller one. I forget what that one's called, but I think they started making a mini one like this. And yeah, this is just one of the best baits I've ever used. Oh. Yeah. There we go. There we go, on the swim bait. Oh, he fell off. I'll count it. He counts. He touched the bank. Alright, number 1, I know everybody's been waiting for it, but everybody should also just know what it is. It's the bait that I use everywhere I go, regardless of where I'm at. I will tie this on before I tie on that swim bait, and that is a thin Senko or skinny Senko. So they're just a regular Texas rig. You can wacky rig them if you want. I think they're more effective as a Texas rig, weightless. This one, if you can find these just right, Yamamoto does make them. They're kind of harder to find. This one's not a Yamamoto, but it's made with a very similar texture and consistency, and it has that same shimmy that a traditional Senko will have, except it's a very slim profile. It is the full 5-inch length. It's just half the diameter of a regular Senko, but it's even more effective than a regular Senko, and I will not go anywhere without these. If I run out of these, I'm just not going to go fishing. This is probably the most effective color I've used. There's a lot of different colors out there. If you look online, the ones you'll find the most are not the same material. They're made more like a Yum Dinger. They are also effective, just not quite as effective as this one. Yes, of course I'm recording this.
Hold on, can you pick me up?
I'm gonna catch you. So I was like I did, how you like I turned around and went bitten backwards. That way you could hold on up there, and then you can catch your foot right here. That'll stop you. Alright, there you go. You're good. Okay, go ahead and you're going to kind of use the sliding ground to your advantage. There you go. Keep going. We'll, there you go, you made it. And your bottle fell over.
It's up there. Come back for it.
Alright. Yeah. Getting back up is going to be the hard part. Oh, and there he goes. Oh no, he's still there. He came back. There was 2 snakes. That's what it was. The other one hurt us. That one's still there. Must be that time of the year.
We're mating.
Yeah, I think so.
Cochinos.
Oh, got one. There we go. It's a bass. There we go. Yeah, he's not very big. I have caught some big ones out of this little hole over here, but most of them are going to be small like this. It's been a long time since I've seen a big one over here though. There we go. You know, these skinny Senkos, they work great in the creeks, but they work great everywhere. Some of the biggest bass I've ever caught, in fact most of the biggest bass I've ever caught, have all been on the skinny Senko. And all of these snags out here in this creek, it's exactly why I use trilene for everything. For the ultralight stuff, I usually use like a 4 to 6 pound extra smooth, and then everything else I use like a 10 pound extra tough. So the extra smooth will let you cast farther, the extra tough is just exactly what it says. It's like using a braided line, it's that strong. Oh. Of course, the camera did not see that, but I just caught a bass and I pulled him up. He was up on the bank, but he was only holding onto the tail right there. He was not holding onto the hook. So that's how effective these are. Fish want them so bad, they don't even eat the hook and you can still catch them. Not very big, but this is what you're going to find most of the time out here in these creeks. There we go. It's a nice, healthy looking, pretty fish. He's just very tiny. But these are the aggressive ones, really. There you go. Creek fishing though, it usually happens pretty quick like that. It's another green sunfish, but I mean, look at how big and fat this one is. I mean, this is bigger than that bass I caught earlier. another little one, but the bass population is coming back. Now, fishing all these small, shallow creeks, there's not a lot of big fish. There can be big fish in them, depending on where you live, especially. But around here, you're not going to find anything really big in there. I think the biggest fish I've ever caught out of this creek here was 2.5 pounds, somewhere around there. So anyway, if you like what you saw and you're interested in purchasing any of that, check out the links on Amazon. They're Amazon affiliate links, so I stand to make tens of cents if you buy anything on there. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.